this is the first question she asked me. What is the name of your school? So the last question she asked me before she gave me my visa was funding. Who is going to fund? This is another thing I want to tell you. During the visa interview, when they ask you what, you don't really have to explain. When they say, what is this, what, you don't really have to explain. So she asked, what is the name of my school? So I just mentioned it. Relax, okay? Relax, relax. Everything will be fine. Relax. You can do this. Relax. You'll be fine, okay? I know you probably decided to watch this video because you are preparing for your visa interview. You plan on going for your visa interview someday. So you decided to watch this video. And I'm not going to disappoint you. In this video, I'm going to tell you three main questions I was asked during my visa interview and how I answered these questions. And let me tell you this, you're going to get your visa approved. Start believing in yourself from today. I know you're nervous, but keep on believing in yourself. Everything will be fine. Okay. The reason why I know you are nervous and probably afraid is because some 2 years ago, I was also in your shoes preparing for my visa interview. And I don't know why and how, but I kept on asking myself this question that what if I don't get my visa approved? What if I don't get my visa? What am I going to do? That was what I kept on asking myself.
Because I need I'm going to the US because
subconsciously, but I had to stand up, man up, and believe that I'm going to get my visa approved. So I had to let go of that mindset that what if I don't? And I started believing that I'm going to get my visa approved.
My visa approved. I'm going to get my visa approved. I'm going to get my visa approved. I am going to get my visa approved. I am going to get my visa approved.
That is the exact same thing I want you to do. That is the exact thing I want you to do. Start believing in yourself. Start telling yourself that everything is going to be all right. I'm going to pass my visa interview.
Malaria and cholera is wreaking havoc in Ghana. Children are dying because of this disease. So I want to go to the US, study nursing with the resources they have, and I'll come back to Ghana and help battle these diseases that are demeaning and ravaging the reputation of my country and that is killing many children in my home country, Ghana. Yes! 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 Yes!
I'm going in there and I'm going to come back smiling because I got my visa approved. There is nothing going to stop me from getting my visa approved. Every morning when you wake up, start declaring to yourself. There is power in declaration, okay? Start declaring to yourself that I am going to get my visa approved. And there is nothing that is going to stop you. Just believe in yourself, okay? You'll be fine. Keep on preparing, believe in yourself, and everything is going to be all right, okay? So, if you are new here, my name is Mr. Nate. I make videos on study abroad, visa, motivation. These are the three things I make videos on. So, you make sure to like and you make sure to subscribe. In this video, as I said, we are going to talk about three things I was asked during my visa interview. Okay, three main things I was asked during my visa interview and how I answered these questions. Okay, so that is what we're going to discuss in this video. Okay, so stay tuned to the end and you're going to like it. Okay, so on the 3rd of August 2023, that was the date of my visa interview. Okay, so I went there around 6 a.m. and my visa interview was around 10 a.m. and I had to wait for 4 hours. And when I got there, I met some friends, so we talked and we started reviewing the documents, and I realized that I forgot my DS-160 confirmation. So had it not been my friends, I wouldn't have known. So I was very nervous. I got more nervous at that point because I started sweating and stuff. So we had to go get a phone, print out the DS-160 from a cafe nearby. It was very stressful. So before you leave home to your visa interview, to the embassy to do your visa interview, please make sure that you cross-check the documents again. So I went home that evening after I got my visa approved to realize that I left my DS-160 confirmation at home on the table. So make sure you prepare, okay? You make sure you cross-check the documents before you leave, okay? So yeah, thank you very much for listening. Okay, so fast forward, I'm not going to really talk about the details, what happened outside, but one thing I want to touch on is when I was going inside after they checked me for anything, the security man told me that if you go there, be bold. And that is the same thing I want to tell you. Be bold during your visa interview. So I said, thank you very much. So I went in there, stood in front of we finished everything, and I stood in front of the visa officer. And this is the first question she asked me: pass me your passport and your I-20. And this is a question they ask almost everyone: pass me your passport and your I-20, because they want to look on your documents and stuff, you know. So I passed her my passport, and when I went there, though my heart was beating a little bit faster, but I kept calm and collected. That is why I said in the beginning of this video, relax, okay, you'll be fine, everything will be fine. It's just an interaction with a visa officer, that is it. Don't let people scare you too much that when you go there, this and that. Just relax, you'll be fine. So I was chill during the visa interview. I stood there and she asked me of my documents. I handed them over to her, my passport and my I-20. So I just said, here you go. She said, okay. So that was the only time she looked at me, when she said, pass me your passport and your I-20. That was it. She didn't look at me again. And she started looking on the computer to her right. And what is on the computer is probably my DS-164. So tip number 2. Number 1 is cross-check your documents. Tip number 2 is always make sure that the thing you say has to be consistent with the thing you wrote on your DS-160. They have to match side by side. So yeah. So she looked on the DS-160, looked on my I-20, and this is the first question she asked me: what is the name of your school? Okay, she already knew the name of my school, but she wanted to know, because on my I-20, the name of my school is boldly written there. On the DS-160, I wrote the name of my school. So she probably knows, but she wants to ask. And I remember I made a video on this, the 3 main things visa officers check for. The first one I said was the purpose of travel. Okay, they want to know your genuine intent of travel. And so asking me the name of my school, she wanted to know whether I am genuine, you understand? Because if I had other intentions, I wouldn't really remember the name of. These are psychological things, I don't know. Yeah. So she asked me the name of my school, and this is another thing I want to tell you. During the visa interview, when they ask you what, you don't really have to explain. When they say, what is this, what, you don't really have to explain. So she asked, what is the name of my school? So I just mentioned the name of my school. That was it. You don't have to explain too much. So I just mentioned the name of my school, and I was standing there, we're looking at her. Okay. So, but when they ask you why, that is when you have to explain. You explain, tell them, yeah, maybe why the USA, you have to explain. But what is the name of your school? So I just mentioned the name of my school. She said, okay. So she looked on the form, she looked on the I-20, and this is the second question she asked me: what is the name of the course you are going to study? So again, it's what? So I just told her, I'm going to study nursing. That was it. I'm going to study nursing. So a short sentence, I'm going to study nursing. So the next question she asked me, she also kept on checking. I don't know what exactly she was checking for, but I know it's the DS-160 and my I-20. So the next question she asked me was, why do I want to study nursing? Why nursing? Okay. So I started explaining to her the reason why I want to do nursing from my heart. Okay. So as I said, be yourself during the visa interview. Let them know you. Let them know your story. Let them know you, like you as personal. I know you've probably watched a lot of videos of people telling you how they got their visa approved. And if you've really studied closely, they all have different stories. They were personal. Their stories were very personal. And that is what I want you to do. Just be personal. Go there, be yourself. So I poured my heart out by telling her the main reason why I want to do nursing. Okay, so I started with this, that malaria and cholera is wreaking havoc in Ghana. I started with, it's been 2 years, so I've already forgotten. I started with how I'm passionate. Okay, so I started with I love to help people. And back in Ghana, here in Ghana, malaria and cholera is wreaking havoc. It is killing a lot of children. So I want to go to the USA, study nursing, come back and help these people, help children battle cholera and malaria. So yeah, I said, yeah, that is what I said. I was specific on malaria and cholera because it's common in Ghana and some parts of Ghana. So the US is I'm going to go study nursing, which is my course, come back and help my country, help them fight malaria and cholera. Okay, so it is personal to me, and how I mentioned these two diseases, it felt very personal. Okay, so make a story that feels personal to you. Think about your life and think about something that you feel. So that is exactly what I said, and she said, oh, okay. So she was very like happy to hear that I'll come back and help other people. And you know what I did? I also proved home ties by that question. Okay, though she didn't ask me, are you going to come back, but I found a way to prove home ties. And that's what you have to do during your visa interview. Always try to find a way to tell them that you're going to come back to your home country. So hearing that, what is the name of why that course, I had to chip in the home ties by telling her that after I studied nursing in the US, I would come back and help children and people in Ghana fight malaria and cholera. So I've already proved home ties. So at the end, you realize that she didn't ask me much my plans after school. Yeah, so mostly they are not going to ask you the plans after school, but you have to find a way to chip in the fact that you're going to return to your home country. Okay, so the last question she asked me, so after this, as I said, she was very, very impressed with my answer. She was like, oh, okay. So she looked on the form again. She looked at my I-20. So always she was looking on the form and my I-20 back and forth. So the last question she asked me before she gave me my visa was funding. Who is going to fund me? And as I said in my previous video, the three things visa officers check for: purpose of travel, funding, and home ties. And the purpose of travel, like, she already asked me some questions, so I've already proven that the name of my school and stuff. She knows that I'm a genuine person, I'm a genuine student. She asked me the name of my course, and I was able to explain. So I qualified for the purpose of travel. Okay, so the home ties, I already told her about my plans of coming back to help people battle cholera and malaria. So I've already proven that. So what is left for her to know is who is going to fund me. So she asked the question, who is going to fund you? Okay, so I came here with a full scholarship. So I just told her I have a full scholarship, so the school is going to take care of everything. So she said, oh, okay. So she was looking, cross-checking, looking to see any inconsistencies, but everything was fine. And she finally told me that congratulations, your visa has been approved. So she gave me back my passport, my I-20, and she told me, she gave me details on how, she gave me my I-20 alone, but she took my passport. When you get approved, your visa will be placed inside your passport. So she took my passport, and she told me where I'm going to get my passport. So I think I went on a Thursday, so by Monday my passport was ready. She told me maximum of 2 weeks, so I was expecting 2 weeks. So after that, really check your email for messages from them. So on Monday, I got a message that your passport is ready, so go and pick it up. So I went to pick it up. So yeah, that is almost everything. These are the questions I was asked. Be yourself. That is what I always tell people I coach. Be yourself. Be personal as possible. Let them know you. Let them know your story. Relax. Everything is going to be all right. Okay. May you pass your visa interview, and may start believing in yourself. Start preparing very well. Try and get as many funding as possible, because it makes the whole thing very easy. If you have funding, the whole thing becomes easy. So be yourself, and everything is going to be all right. I believe in you. You are going to pass. Okay. Thank you very much. Do what to like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.